Yes, so I moved into my apartment in Hollywood in September of 2015. Almost immediately, even though I just bought a brand new bed, brand new mattress, I started getting bites all over my body. I thought nothing of it because I had never encountered bed bugs before, and it looked to me like a mosquito bite. So then in January of 2016, when I was out of town for a couple days, a friend came and stayed in my apartment. She slept in my bed, and she, at the end of her trip there, came to me and said, oh, I woke up with a couple bites on me. And I was like, yeah, that happens to me too. I think it's like a spider or a flea or something.
Is it an apartment building?
Yes.
How many units?
Oh, I'm not sure exactly.
How many units?
53.
53 units in the one building?
Correct.
Yes, there's,
Say it again.
Correct.
yeah, there's singles,
Okay,
one
who's that guy?
bedrooms, and two bedrooms.
I'm sorry, I'm the manager, George Papacalos.
Okay, all right. That's who you have been dealing with, right? You've
Correct.
never really dealt with with
Right.
one of the owners. Okay.
Right.
All right. So, okay. So go on. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So your friend stays there what month?
January.
Okay.
So then in early March, I'm sitting in my bed and I look over and I see a couple bugs crawling on my headboard. So I immediately Google it to figure out what that could be. And of course comes up bed bugs and it matches the description exactly. And so I kind of freak out and I pull out my bed and I see thousands all over my headboard. So I immediately go to George and I ask him, the landlord, and I ask him if they can help me exterminate the bugs because I wasn't sure what to do and I thought it was their responsibility to help me out. And he said no, that he wouldn't because they're responsible for the outside of the apartment and I'm responsible for the inside of the apartment. So I immediately start figuring out what to do. I figured out I have to take everything out of my room, take it all to the laundromat, call an exterminator, which is pretty hefty cost. And
How much did you have to pay for the exterminator?
$385.
Did they make you get rid of the mattress?
They didn't make me, but I did.
So this bed bug case, worst case scenario, is that the apartment is infested. Possibility of her new mattress having pre-made bed bugs. They never talk about how it was wrapped up, it was brand new, maybe that's outruled, but this definitely is crawling on the floor and into other people's apartments, and you got to be responsible with your tenants. If this is something happening, you should take care of it as a landlord. That is a just reason. No one should have to throw away all their clothes and get dry cleaning on everything to kill bed bugs. That is the landlord's problem. Let's see how this plays out.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they can't make you do anything.
Right.
So they suggested you get rid of the mattress.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Go on.
So then Georgia told me that there were actually, he asked me if I knew how many other apartments had bed bugs, and I said no, obviously. And he said, actually, there are quite a few in this apartment that have bed bugs. And
In this apartment building?
Yes.
Okay.
In this apartment building. And so...
Did he say how many in the apartment building had bed bug issues?
He didn't say exactly, no.
Okay. How many have bed bug issues?
None, Your Honor.
Did you ever tell her that many other apartments in that
Honor.
building had
No,
bed
Your
bug
Honor.
issues?
No, I did not.
Is she making that up?
Yeah.
Has she complained to you about things other than bed bugs in
None.
that apartment?
None.
Okay. Where did you end up? Where did you end up moving in? When did you move? In March?
I moved in March, correct.
And what propelled you to move in March? Your friend stayed there in January.
Right.
And according to you, you found the bed bugs when, in January or February?
March 1st.
March 1st. Okay. What am I looking at there?
Those are all the larvae.
No,
And
but what
some of the-
physically? What is the?
Oh, that's the headboard. So it's a fabric headboard.
Do you have any video of the mattress? Because this is the first time I've ever heard that there were bed bugs in the headboard. Your complaint, you had an addendum to it, and you just mentioned bedding. You're not particularly specific. That concerns me because it almost looks like I'm looking at a sofa in this thing. Is this your headboard?
Yeah, that's my headboard.
Can you approach a bench a moment? Come on.
Sure.
Put your hands out here for me.
Yeah, those
Those look like your hands.
Those are my
They
hands.
do look like your hands. Okay, go ahead and go back. All right. So in March, when you say, I'm out of here, oh, by the way, when did you hire the exterminator? January? Or March?
No, that was in March.
In March. So in March, you hire an exterminator. That costs you how much?
$385.
$385. Do you have the proof of the $385?
I do.
Let me have it. All right. And according to you, in March, you start staying at a friend's house because it's too gross.
Yes.
Okay, so then you are suing to get your March rent back. You are suing to get back the exterminator charge.
Right.
You are suing for $200 for gas. For what?
So when I had to stay with my friend, she lived 27 miles away, so I had to keep going back and forth.
All right. And then $52 in laundry. I think I understand what you're asking for there. Now,
I think she is entitled to all of that and an inconvenience fee for her gas. This is kind of messed up when you get into a new apartment and then you can't even stay there. I mean, they're saying and claiming that there's no other bed bugs. They could be lying. The look on her face made it look like it was the truth. So, let's see.
do you have any proof that this was a system-wide, building-wide problem?
I mean, other than his word.
Yeah, he denies he ever said that.
One of my friends to move in, she would not agree to even meet her or anything, and so she told George that she wouldn't
How many
allow-
of your friends did you bring over to, because at one point I thought I read that you brought 3 different friends over to.
3 different, and yeah, George liked them all, and he was excited to get them in, but then as soon as it came down to it and they were all ready to move in, he told me that no, my roommate had to approve them, which
Well, why
wasn't.
wouldn't you? Why would that be unreasonable? Why would your roommate not be party to agreeing to who she's living with?
Right, well.
I mean, that's completely reasonable. There's nothing unreasonable about that.
Right.
And your letters seem to imply that you find that unreasonable, that they had money in their hands and you wouldn't. I mean, your roommate doesn't have to take whoever people shove down her throat. She has to kind of like the person too.
Right.
You weren't wanting to move out because you didn't like your roommate, right?
No.
Okay.
We were
because,
friends before
Because
this.
here's the thing. I'm having trouble. You're either a really crappy friend or the bedbug problem wasn't that bad. Why are you bringing 3 of your friends with money in hand to go in a place that you are claiming is unlivable thanks to him?
Well, because I had exterminated it twice, and so I felt
Then it's
that,
no longer unlivable.
right, for them.
No. Then it's no longer unlivable.
But I felt so gross
If
going
they-
back there.
Yeah, you can get all the
Yeah.
heebie-jeebies you want, okay? But your heebie-jeebies don't make it unlivable, which is what you need to be able to break your lease.
We returned the security deposit. We mailed it to the only address that we knew,
Which was whose address?
her old address, 17.
The address where the
Correct.
apartment?
Correct.
Okay, hoping that it would be forwarded to whoever.
Exactly.
Did you leave a forwarding?
Exactly.
I did. I did.
Did you get anything? Well,
I-
it's in,
and I
why do
never
you have
got
something in your hands?
We got it back. We never opened it up or anything.
Okay, so it's here. Now, I'm going to open it. Anybody have a problem with that? I don't
No.
want to violate federal law. Here's what the letter says. It's a check for $1,611.58. So how much of that, the security deposit was $2,500. So you kept the excess for what?
Back rent because they didn't move out until the 7th.
Okay, so 7 days of rent.
And we also have a check from
And 7 days
Brittany.
of rent was how much?
$465.50.
Okay. That's my numbers too. And then what else did you keep?
There's a broken patio, a glass door.
A broken patio glass door.
They broke it.
They broke
May
it.
I
Worse than
see
their
the,
tendency.
who broke it?
I don't know which one broke it, but
Brittany broke it.
Okay.
My roommate broke it. I was out of town. And actually, George told me that that was settled because we installed a new air conditioning system for them, and they left it. So he told me that that we could just even it out, and they wouldn't charge us for that if we left the
What's
air
a new
conditioning.
air conditioning system?
Just like one of the window air conditioning
Is that
units.
accurate?
Yeah, at the time we came to an agreement that if they left the air conditioner in the window, we would go ahead and not charge for the sliding door window.
Okay, and what happened?
What happened was we lost communication with everybody, so we didn't know if that deal was still valid or not.
Okay, but you have eyeballs and you have an apartment that you have access to. Did they leave?
So they didn't even do what they were gonna do, which was discount their move out and security deposit. They took the money anyways. So they have one strike against them. This is gonna be an easy case. Give the money back.
The air conditioning
Yes,
unit?
they did, Your Honor.
Okay, so why would you charge them then if that was your agreement? You two need to talk more and you need to make more sense because that doesn't make sense. If you tell them, all right, you know what, we're even if you leave the AC, and they do, and you know they do, then you don't get to sue them for that, so that's not happening. And that was how much? 298 plus what?
125 for the labor.
125 for the labor.
All right, 298 plus 125 is a total of $423 additional dollars that needs to be paid. Let's talk about the rest of what you're suing for. Laundry, gas mileage, exterminator, and March rent. Your entitlement to any of that would be predicated on finding that the landlord did something wrong. And in this case, I just can't find that. I find I can only find from your testimony that there is a problem. Bed bugs is not a problem somebody would live with for 5 months. And the best evidence of that is how you're taking 3 good friends and bringing them in there and having them wanting to take over your lease. It just doesn't work that way. So this check is going to be handed over to you. You and Brittany go to the bank together and cash it and do what the two of you feel is appropriate to do with this. I'm also ordering an additional $423 additional dollars verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck. And it's
Thank
not
you.
doubled, by the way, because doubling would require that they wrongfully withhold money after the time that they're supposed to have given the money back. It was, and your lawsuit starts before the time period even runs.
This wrapped up really neatly. They already had the money out, mailed to her. She didn't get it because she didn't live there anymore and it wasn't forwarded. So they're giving her $1,000 plus a $400 bonus because they were charging her from the security deposit. This is an important record keeping lesson. When there's damage, you have to let the landlord know and have it on record. If there are things said, have it in writing over an email. Texts work, screenshots, phone calls, a little hard to pin against a landlord if you are a tenant. This is a pretty interesting case. Hopefully everyone can learn from that.